I have asked permission. You guys are all here. For those of you guys that do not know me, my name is Jade Hooper. I'm so proud of you guys. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Someone says top enrollers on my team, 3 customers so far. Just had a loyal customer place for a $400 order. Listen, I am so excited tonight. So like I said, my name is Jade Hooper. I'm Ambassador Diamond Leader. And who's on my team? Say hi. Everybody's like, nobody. I know Sarah's on. I see Sarah. You guys, I am so excited for tonight. We're gonna get a little zesty, okay? And so my hope tonight is that I ruffle some feathers and that you feel called out. However, in such a good, refreshing, empowering way, okay? I am clearly speaking. What do you need? No, you're not sleeping on the couch. Stop asking. All right, I love you. So this is a discussion that we have all the time, and I am sick of repeating myself today. That's all I've done. So I am so freaking pumped and excited about what we're going to talk about tonight. So I really want you guys, you're going to hear some good nuggets. There's going to be a sentence that's going to happen. And you're going to be like, that literally just changed my life. And so I really, really hope that that happens. It's been 9 years since I've been in this business. I have seen, I think, not everything, but like so much. I have personally been through so much. I have seen through this strand of hair has seen a lot because it's shorter than everything else. We don't know why. I've been through so much. And I want to tell you guys something that I can tell you for certain. Life is going to be crazy and hard, but you joined this business because you wanted to take control of your life. So Jacquie, I think she's down. Is she down here for you? Brady Bunch style. She's here and she's going to bring some things too, but I just have some things to say. So I'm just going to just start rolling with it. And then we'll just kind of bop back and forth and do all those things. Okay. So this weekend, I actually watched, Katie told me, I saw it in her stories and I was like, wait a minute. What is that? Do I need to buy it? And I only get to watch like some things. It was this amazing $1 million mentor conference thingamajigger. And there was such a like vibe for the weekend. And every single person kept saying the same thing about what if today was your last day? What, you know, like live like you would die. Like literally, like what if today was your last day? How would you want to live? And there was once upon a time, I would feel like I was constantly behind. How many of you guys have felt behind? You've looked at other people. You started your business 5 minutes ago and you're like, I see people being shouted out. They're getting $150 bonuses. They're getting $350 bonuses. People are promoting. Someone's executive. I just got started 5 minutes ago and I feel like I can't do this and I don't even know. And my confidence is just shot and I'm comparing myself to everybody. I want you guys to know that we have all been there. That I've been here for 9 years. I've been a top 10 earner. I've literally made millions of dollars and I still yet find myself comparing myself to anybody and everything. Okay. And so what I want you guys to know is that that is a choice. It truly is a choice to compare yourself to other people. What I want to teach you guys tonight is this crazy confidence, not in that you're going to be successful, but in just who you are. People ask me all the time, how are you still here? How are you here after 9 years? Nobody works anywhere for 9 years, let alone for themselves. I've like hated myself more than anybody else could possibly. How do I keep myself hired, right? I've been through miscarriages and moves and crazy things and sickness and health and just kept popping out babies. And I've been 236 pounds and I've been 175 pounds and I've been big and small and all these things. And I didn't like people and I did like people. And I thought Will and I weren't going to make it. Now we're just like, we're the best. We're the best ever. Like there's so many things going on. How am I still here? Because no matter what the temperature of my life is, no matter what happens in my whole entire life, right? My goal never changes. My goal never changes with the temperature of my life, with the ups and the downs, the losing ranks, the ebb and flows, all of this stuff. The only time that stuff owns who I am and determines my success is when I let my circumstances, which is the temperature of your life, when I let the temperature of this room decide whether or not I get to get up and just get my stuff done. Do you know what I'm saying? Your circumstances do not get to dictate your life, but they do if you let it. I lost rank. I talked to a million people today. No one said yes. My kids were freaking crazy. I literally thought I was going to shave my head today. Like Lucy was up until 3 a.m. I could not, like, it was insane. I swore out loud and yelled, and I might've peed myself. And yet this is the first time today I've cleaned my house in 7 months since Lennox was in the hospital. And after I'm done with this Zoom, I still showed up with you guys tonight. After I'm done with this Zoom, I'm going to sit here and answer literally like 300 messages, because no matter what happens in my life, Lennox being sick, no matter what happens in my life, what my goal is, being in control of my life, being in control of my time. And for 9 years, there has never been another person who could tell me whether or not I could be with my kids. There was another person who could tell me my worth through dollars. You get to choose for yourself. You lost rank? Say, not today. I'm going to go make 6 TikToks. I will make 6 TikToks every single damn day until I enroll 10 distributors. Everybody else is a master recruiter. So am I. I'm a master recruiter. I don't even know what that means. What's the threshold? What's the number? It doesn't matter. That's me. I am them. I am that person. That is me. I feel like a crappy leader. My team doesn't know who I am. Well, today I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share my story every single day until I find the Jades of the world, until I find someone else that does not know what it's like to have good razor blades. I'm going to find someone else who does not know what it's like to be able to buy Gain. I'm going to find someone else who has to get in their car and basically do like a secret handshake with their car, hoping that it starts. I'm going to find another mom who is sick and tired of handing her baby over to a babysitter as her boobs are just like metaphorically and literally crying milk as they're driving away to go to a job where they're literally working to go to work so they can get a tax return. So when they get their tax return, they either have to buy the new phone that they need because their screen's cracked, or they've got to get new tires. Does anybody feel that? I choose every single day to get better no matter what. I wrote this down from this weekend. Number 1, here are the truths that I can tell you. And I gave myself chills. So that means that this is coming from the heavens above. Hallelujah. Not really. I'm not trying to be like churchy. I'm just saying, woo, got the vibe. Okay. Number 1. Sorry, Jackie can't talk tonight. She's unavailable. Number 1. You are immensely qualified to win. Say it. I want every single one of you guys, turn your camera on. As long as you're not naked in the shower or doing sexual things or illegal activities, turn your camera on. We all look. I've had mask in my hair for 2 days. Thank you. I see you. Hi. I am immensely qualified to win. Do you know what is on my wall here? I've been doing this for 9 years. I have literally helped thousands of people start this business. And you know what's on my wall? I have to be my best own hype girl every single day. Do you know what is up here? $1 million comes easily, effortlessly, quickly, and abundantly to me. I am unbothered, moisturized, happy, in my lane, focused, and flourishing. The only difference between where you are and where you want to be is the steps that you have not seen yet. The fans. Hold on. I love that charting is my exact roadmap to my promotion. My distributors are so excited to be successful and promote. Every single distributor that I enroll is so eager to promote up all of the ranks. Charting time goes by quickly, easily, and effortlessly. Charting takes no time at all. My team is exploding so fast. It is so much fun. I cannot believe it. I enroll so many distributors every single month. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you. Distributors are so easily attracted to my post lives and my stories. Every single TikTok I post goes absolutely viral for no reason at all. I enroll several distributors every single day, and my training works so well. I know exactly what I need to do to help a brand new person be successful and promote. What are the things that you have said to yourself today? What did you say to yourself today? Because someone said, Jerica's going viral. Her team's all of a sudden exploding. Here she was in January maintaining like whatever she was maintaining, Emerald, and like her life wasn't coming together and she was having a baby. And now here she is, and it's just so easy for her and it's not easy for me. Do you know why? Here's Sarah. Sarah's got 4 kids. She just had a baby. She just keeps having children. She lives in Canada, building a business internationally, which is not freaking easy, having so much life stuff going on, literally trying to do her best. This is not the first time that she's done this business, and she has never given up on herself. She said, what else can I do? How can I shift? How can I change? Where so many other people, you have to stop feeling sorry for yourself, and you need to be your own best friend, and you need to feel the feelings, and you need to heal, because trauma is a real thing. Trauma is a real thing. I have absolutely learned how to have coping mechanisms, like do breath work and all this crazy woo-woo stuff that has absolutely allowed me to take care of your soul, because you do. But there is a very big difference between taking care of your soul and taking care of your body, and stopping procrastinating and taking care of your life and reaching the goals and the things that are going to change your life. Because if you do the stuff that you don't want to do right now, you're going to be able to do the things that you want to do that no one else can do forever. There's a difference in that and straight up feeling sorry for yourself. Today wasn't easy. My husband sucked. He won't help me. He doesn't show up. If my spouse would just do this, how am I supposed to be successful? Because even my mom won't buy for me. I didn't maintain rank. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. It all comes down to I didn't do, or I can't do, because someone else or some other thing is not showing up on my behalf to make it easier for me. Being an entrepreneur does not mean that it is easy for you. I hope someone takes a video of this and puts this on freaking Instagram, and then some douchebag that left this company can go say that I'm yelling at people again. Good. Because all of us need to know that we are so capable. If I want to quit this business, I know exactly who to go to. I will look up reasons to quit. I will go look up a reason why this is a scam and why I suck, and how, there's no way that I can have time. And my kids are crazy too. And like all of these things, I will call my grandma and she will tell me, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not your grandma. I'm not your mom. I am here to take your hand and say, I know you're tired, but let's just go one more. Let's just push one more time. Because if your mom doesn't believe in you, if she's telling you it's okay to not keep going, that's not her caring about you. That's literally like the opposite. You can't ask people to give you validation. This is where our confident, every decision that you make every single day, you need to do it in confidence. And the number one thing that we're taught is, as soon as we press submit on this business, we go message someone and say, do you think I can do this? How can you ask someone if you can do this, if when you're asking them, do you think I can do this? And they're thinking to themselves, I sure as shit couldn't do this. So like, I don't think we're the same. We come from the same place. We went to the same school. We drive the same car. Like, we're the same. If I can't put myself out there like that. Oh my God, I could never. So like, you can't. So every single person that you're asking for validation from literally is validating you on the grounds from how they feel about what they can do. So that literally means that what they're saying isn't true or real to you. Just like if you were shopping at Target and you're like looking at the new beauty section that looks like bomb because they like mixed with Sephora or whatever they did. And some woman comes up to you and she's hauling ass. She's carrying the little basket. She doesn't have time for a cart. She just comes right up to you and she looks at you square in the face and she says, your pants are effing ugly. I would never wear those pants. And these happen to be your favorite pants. You put them on today and you did like the twirly spin in the mirror, and you even like twerked a little bit in the mirror. You were like, oh God, these are good. And this woman had the audacity to come up to you in Target and tell you that those pants are ugly and she would never wear them. Are you going to take them off in the middle of Target, guys? You would never. You're like, girl, no, these are my favorite ass pants. I twerked in them this morning. Like, no. So why in the hell, if you wouldn't take your pants off in the middle of Target, just because someone told you they would never, would you give up on the damn thing that is literally going to change your life because of someone else saying that you can't do it? They're a dime a dozen. If you need to know whether or not that you can do this, someone will tell you you can't. It's not that you have to prove to the whole damn world that you can. It's just that you need to do it. You will find your people. You will find Jacquie. You will find Courtney. You will find Sarah. And just because you say yes to yourself every single day, you will be giving someone else permission in the whole entire world that they can too. Not because you're going to change their life. You literally just being able to say, I'm willing to do this, is shaking up someone else's life. For me, there's another mom who is in her moldy bathroom giving her kids a bath just like I did. And her husband works for the railroad, and they are literally just like passing each other by in the night, and he's exhausted and crabby. And she literally wants to like choke him out while he's sleeping because, you know, she hasn't slept in like ever. And they're just fighting, and they're struggling with money, and they're just struggling. And she feels like a terrible mom. There's another person out there right now, just like that, who's going to come across my TikTok talking about the hard things that I've gone through. She's going to see my beautiful ass yard that I've worked so freaking hard for. Like, she's going to see this, and she's going to say to herself, not, oh, she's going to change my life. She's going to say, if she can do it, then I can do it. Absolutely, just hands down. That is your purpose here. That is your purpose here. You guys, that is your purpose, to just enable someone by the fact that you're living and breathing and you're willing to be here. There are thousands of people on my team right now, and they're not here, but you are. How incredible is that? Are you busy? Are you just not busy? Do you have like a chef? Does someone clean your house for you, and they just like, they put gas in your car for you, and they mowed your lawn for you, and they're messaging people for you, and they're doing these things for you? Are they writing your posts for you? Are they like, just, are they sleeping for you too? They're taking care of your kids. Like, you literally just like sit here, and there's half naked, you know, like 27-year-old men that look like Michael Phelps just fanning you and putting watermelon into your mouth? No. And you are still here showing up because you are so hungry and eager for a better life. That by itself will change the whole entire world, because it does not matter who says no, because for every no, there are literally 10 yeses out there. You just have to keep going. You know, you just have to keep going. Okay, I need to take a drink so Jacquie can unmute.
Well, that's a tough one to follow. Geez, I'm going first next time. I like took my sweater. I'm like, dang, you guys, this is true. Okay, all of this is true. So listen, I have a bunch of notes. This is when I heard we were doing this tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty fired up, and I just want to ask permission to come to you and be a little bit red. Who's a part of Diamond Tribe? Put it in the chat. Who knows that sometimes Jacquie can get a little bit spicy? I think I learned it from Jade because I stalked her at the beginning of this business. I probably learned it from Jade, okay? Now, I just have it on my heart today to like be as I am and share it with no filter. And I hope that's okay for you guys, because at the end of the day, you know, I've been doing this for 5 years. We've had a lot of success. And people ask me, like, you know, just like Jade, you know, how are you still here? What drives you to show up, right? How come you can, like, how come I see so many people be successful or not be successful and you're successful? Like, what's the difference? And the first thing I want you guys to understand is success is a journey. Okay, so first of all, I think you need to understand what success is to you. And I need you to understand that success truly is not a destination. It's just not a destination. Success is a journey. You are on a journey. Okay, so some of us are waiting to be successful until we start this business. And that's exactly like saying, I'm going to throw logs on the fire when the fire is hot. You are going to be waiting for a long time. Okay, now, I also want you guys to understand that you joined this business for a reason, right? Drop it in the chat. Put like a 1 in the chat if you truthfully know that you joined this business for a reason. You did not join this business because you had an abundance of time and money. You joined this reason probably because there is something in your life that you didn't like that made you join, right? Were you driven by the pain to join this? Maybe some of you weren't. Maybe some of you are okay. And in fact, I'm sure some of you are. I'm sure some of you joined this as in a very comfortable position, and you saw the purpose of what this could do. But if you're anything like me, 5 years ago, you joined this because there was something in your life that you did not like that you wanted to change. Think about it. Tell me yes if I'm right. Is it the amount of money in your bank account? Is it the options that you have in your life? Is it the freedom that you don't have? Is it the ability to choose? Is it the freedom of time, location, being there for your kids? I said this in my team page earlier. Guys, money is not the answer to everything. It's just not. But at the end of the day, money gives us options. Options give us freedom. And if you want more of that, this is a vehicle for you to get it. Now, why are some of us going to come in and make this work? And why are some of us not? Because some of us understand that you can make excuses or you can make money. You can literally make excuses or make money. Just like Jade said, what you've gone through in your life, you know, some of us are going through things that none of us know about, right? I'm sure there's somebody out there right now that is going through something that nobody knows about that makes it hard for you to show up. Yes? I mean, God, I've been in this for 5 years and I will tell you, I've had life happen. I've had personal stuff happen. I've had business stuff happen. I've had mindset stuff happen. And I want you to first understand that any trauma, any things that you go through, you first need to understand that they're valid. They're valid and you can feel them. You should feel them. But on the other hand, and this is me talking to myself, so I'm going to talk to myself like I'm going to talk to you guys like I would talk to myself. We have 2 decisions. And this is like, for a sec, screw the business. Okay. Let's just forget the business for a second. Let's forget anything that we're chasing after. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And you have 2 decisions on what you can do. You can stay where you are in the valley, which is hard, or you can take intentional action to get yourself out of the situation that you don't like, the feelings that you don't like, the mindset that you don't like. And it's going to be hard. You know, I talk to a lot of people. I'm launching a lot of distributors right now. And I was talking to one of my mentors today and I said, you know, it's really crazy to me, the amount of people that say, I need this. Drop a 2 in the chat. Okay. If you've ever had a distributor enroll, maybe this is you, where you've said, I need this result from this more than anything. And then they don't take the step. Why do humans do that? Why do humans say, I need this, I must have this, but then do nothing about it? Okay. So in my opinion, it comes from fear. It comes from fear. Why do we not take action? Because we're fearful. We're fearful of the what ifs. We're fearful of what if I fail? What if this? We make up all these stories. I will never forget hearing at a Tony Robbins event, the thing that is going to stand in the way of you getting what you want, straight up, it's not me, it's not Jade, it's not Mark Pentecost, it's not your team, it's the story that you tell yourself as to why you can't have it. That's it. You are your own biggest, like you're in the way the most. And I'm very like, I don't know if this is my parents teaching me this growing up, and maybe some of us didn't have this, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Whether or not you figure this out, whether or not you take hold of this, life is going on. Time is passing. Moments are gone. Time is our most precious resource. And sometimes I have to just get really clear with myself, like, you know what? We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have things going on. We all have life going on. But is the steps and the actions that I take today going to move me closer to what I want and I need and what my family deserves, or is it keeping me complacent in the same spot? And you know what? Statistically, most people are just going to stay in the same spot because they're not willing to step outside of fear and outside of being uncomfortable to do the things they know they need to do to get out of the place that they don't want to be in. Okay? I really believe that where you focus your energy, you get more of. Just like Jade said, if I wanted to find a reason to leave this company today, quit doing network marketing today, I could go find the people to talk to make myself justify my lack of action, to make myself feel better about the decisions I was making. And I'm just going to say it. No one ever says they're quitting, right? They just back up, retreat until they fizzle themselves out. And then what happens is then you start self-sabotaging yourself because you're not getting the results that you want. And then you're not getting the results that you want. So you self-sabotage yourself even more. And then you sit there and you're wondering why you can't do it or why not you and why aren't I successful? It starts with literally your mindset and you just deciding that no more are you going to be in the cycle of just accepting not doing the things to get you where you want to go. Guys, network marketing, for those of you guys that don't know my story, like I'm not going to tell you it right now because it's like very, very long and like probably not just necessary right now, but I'm going to tell you right now, like I don't come from this position of like, oh, you were going to be successful. I've been addicted to drugs. I've been through addiction. I've been $60,000 in credit card debt. I've had 5 payday loans out at a time. Like when you are in a position where you just feel like crap and you feel low on yourself, it is hard to show up. It's hard to like do the things, but at the end of the day, it's hard to stay where you're at and it's hard to move. It's hard to take action when nobody else sees your vision and it's only you. It is hard. You know what really gets to me? I was listening to this book by Ed Milet. It's called Max Out Your Life. And it really made me emotional. He said, you know, humans on average live to be 71 years old, whatever the number was. I'm going to mess up some of these numbers, but that's not the point. Let's say they live to be 71 years old. Okay. Out of those 71 years, you're going to spend 8 years driving, 5 years sleeping, 10 years working at your job, this many years cooking, this many years doing this, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of everything, you have about 8 solid years to live your life. And it got me really emotional thinking like, what are we doing in those 8 years? What are we doing to actually move us forward in the legacy that we want to leave for our kids, our families, our future families, their kids? Like it is actually important what we do. And some of us are literally holding ourselves back because we are too in the cycle. And I don't want to say laziness because it's not laziness, but for me, it was laziness. I was too lazy to acknowledge my problem, fix my problem, and stay disciplined with my actions until it changed. I remember watching Jade in my first probably 6 months. Okay. And you know what she said? It's always stuck with me. And I don't know if everyone responds to this in the same way, but it really helped me. And I don't care if this just reaches one more person that needs it. Nobody's coming to save you, bro. Like nobody's coming to knock on your door and fix your mindset. Nobody's coming to pay your bills. Nobody's coming to tell you to get up in the morning. You have to develop the discipline within you to make this happen. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's not just going to stop at this business. You can start it at this business, and what you're going to find is what you learn how to do here will transfer into other areas of your life. How resilient are you? I mean, I'm talking to new distributors right now that are not even resilient enough to have the willingness to put up 2 posts and not have anybody comment on it, that they quit. They're out. And they're too prideful to say they quit, but they're going to be like, wow, you know, no. At the end of the day, I would run through a freaking burning building and chop my arm off for my kids. I would do anything for my kids, my family, the people, like I would do anything. I would do anything to have the options. I don't just think about today. I think about in 5 years from now, where is Mike going to be? Where are my parents going to be? Where are my kids going to be? Is what I'm doing today going to support that? Because guess what? If you do not make a plan for your life, you're not going to have a plan for your life. You're going to fall into somebody else's plan. And do you know what they have planned for you? Not much. You have the decision to take control. You know, I had an event this weekend in Langley and Kinsey was there and we were kind of casting a little bit of vision, and it made me emotional when she said, you know, Jack, and you know, Jade, you probably feel the same way. I'm sure there's many people here that feel the same way that have had some sort of success in this business. Your journey to success has not just been a straight shot. I will tell you right now, the success you see from Jade, the success you see from myself and so many other people on here, it's the iceberg effect, bro. You see the top, but what you don't see is the everything underneath it, the pain, the suffering. And I know that sounds really negative, but like at the end of the day, guys, winning isn't sexy. When you think winning, when you think success, we think, oh, that's happiness. That's like all these great feelings. No. You ask anybody that's ever succeeded in anything great. Yes, winning. That's exactly. There's winning by what's his I forget the book. I'll send it after. Something. I don't know. I forget. But it's not sexy. Tim Grover. Yes, it's not sexy. You know what? It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. You are going to be your own worst enemy. You are going to have times of, man, am I crazy? Can I do this? Am I going to get knocked down 8 times, stand back up 9? I mean, some of us get blowed on the first time, and we're down for the count. 50% of people give up after they have their first objection. How resilient are you? And again, It Works could be gone tomorrow. Like, I want you guys to be excited about It Works, and I love It Works, and I will always be with It Works, but this is more than It Works. This is like a lifestyle, a mindset, a habit that you need to develop. And you know what else I've noticed? I'll tell you, success isn't easy. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I've had, like I said, I've had a lot happen. I've had a lot of, and I would say most of it's personal, like mindset stuff, right? Like, probably drop a 3 if you relate to that. Like, the biggest thing in your way is it's not me, it's not Jade, it's you, right? It's the story you tell yourself as to why you don't deserve it, why you can't have it. One of the things that I've learned of overcoming this and getting over this is not only the gain, the financial gain you're going to have in your business, but I look at how, because I continue to show up and I get very resilient with knowing where I'm going, I look at how this transfers to my kids. Like, this is the shit that makes me emotional, because you know what? My kids see me down for the count. My kids see me ripping my freaking hair out with stuff that's going on sometimes. Like, let's just be real. Entrepreneurship, okay, it's like a trending word on TikTok. It's like, yeah, if you just go meditate for 30 minutes outside, put on a little podcast, you're gonna be a millionaire. No, okay, work works. Okay, that's not how this works. That's just not what's gonna happen. But I will tell you that in those moments, not only will you persevere, but you are going to be teaching the people around you actually what it takes to be successful. I look at my kids now and I'm like, man, my kids know how to lose. I look at the quality in them because they're with me every single day. They see mom lose. They see mom win, but they see me lose. They know the person that, hits the most home runs in baseball, strikes out the most. Some of you guys will not even continue because you struck out once. And I also don't know who needs to hear this, but just so you know, the skill of being good is learned inside the action that you're taking. If you're waiting for the perfect book to read, the perfect mentor to come up to you, the perfect company, the perfect this, the perfect that, the stars to align, the freaking birds to come down singing from the stair, you are never going to be good at it. You're not. Because how you're going to be good is you're going to fail. How you're going to be good is you're going to enroll distributor and completely F it up. And then you're going to be like, wow, man, what, like, I got to learn from that. Are you taking every single loss as a lesson, or are you taking every single loss as the opportunity to like talk yourself down and make you feel like shit? Anybody else love Eminem here? Anybody? Drop a 4. Okay, I love Eminem. I can barely remember what I did yesterday, but I can rap every single Eminem song pretty much. Okay, just a weird little fact about me. Okay, he says something in like one of his songs where it's like, you can't hurt, like, I am my own worst critic. Like, there's nothing you can say to me that's gonna, like, I'm gonna hurt my feelings more than you're gonna hurt my feelings. Okay, so if any of you are going through this, I want you to apply something that I learned in a podcast the other day that I was like, wow, more people need to hear this. How many of you guys stop taking action, stop doing things, stop working, whatever it is that is for you, whatever your vice is, okay? You stop taking action because that, excuse my language, bitch voice inside your head tells you that you're not worthy. You're not good enough. You don't deserve this. Why would you be successful? People like you aren't successful. You're a one-hit wonder. Okay, we all have it, just so you guys know. Jade has it. I have it. Katie has it. Okay, what if you started using the bitch voice as your friend? Why don't you make that girl your friend? Why don't you make that boy your friend? So if all of a sudden she comes in and she goes, Jack, you really are the worst at leadership and you suck at TikTok, you should probably quit. Instead of me being like, man, you know what? You're right. Bye. Right. And right back in the situation that I didn't want to be in the first place, right? Right back to square zero. How many times have we all done that? You start saying, well, thank you. How can I be better? how can I learn from this? Because at the end of the day, if you're not intentionally like getting better at what you're doing, if you're not taking the losses that you have and turning them into lessons, you're not going to grow. Okay. Some of you are so scared to fail that you don't even start. And I want to tell you right now that success is going from failure to failure to failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. I can assure you that Jade has failed way more than you guys know. I can tell you that I fail way more than what you see on the internet. I promise you. It's like a train wreck sometimes, okay? But at the end of the day, I work my business. I show up based on what I want, not based on how I feel. Because if I were to do things based on how I feel, it's a cycle that you're never going to get out of. Okay? Motivation is bullshit. Okay? If you're waiting to be motivated to start working your business, you may as well quit. I'm just gonna tell you, like, you may as well quit because you're not going to be motivated. You know what? You're not going to be motivated when you have made $1 million from this business. You won't. You're not going to be motivated when you're presidential diamond. You're not going to be motivated when you're ambassador diamond, when you're black diamond. You have to learn to be disciplined based on what you want. Motivation is a scam. It's gonna come and it's gonna go. And also, you will be motivated when you get what? Results. How do you get results? When you take what? Action. Okay. Now, I one of the events we were at this weekend, Ryan Miller, he's one of our Canadian like he's like the guy for Canada. I forget his title. He's awesome. Anyways, Ryan Miller's awesome. If you're in Canada, you need to know Ryan Miller. He said, if you're not getting the results you want in this business, it comes down to like the circle of one of three things. It's either your belief, your actions, or your results. That's it. If you are missing something in your business, it's one of those three things. So what is it for you? Do you not believe? Drop it in the chat. Drop a 1 if your problem is you do not believe in yourself. You do not believe in the company. You don't believe that there are gummies that make you lose belly fat. You don't believe that your cell phone transmits signal to the whatever, however the hell it works. I have no idea. Okay. Do you know how you start believing? You get around the fire. You show up, you get around people who believe. You know who doesn't believe? The people on freaking YouTube that did this and left as an executive that try to tell you they're triple diamond, black diamond, whatever, and they're trying to tell you all the reasons it didn't work, and so you're around them. Like, no, get around people that believe. Get around people that are not in the cheap seats booing. Get around the people that are in the game. Who has skin in the game right now? I mean, Jade's been here for 9 years. I've been here for 5 years. Like, I have full belief in myself. I have full belief in this industry, this company, the products, my cell phone working, the ability to grow my network. Okay, so I believe. I'm around it, okay? Now, if you don't believe, you have to be intentional to fix that, because guess what? The belief angel's not coming to your door to make you believe, okay? That's where you have to take ownership. It's not coming, okay? How do you believe? How do you have belief? Okay, how do you develop confidence in yourself, right? Who's like, well, I'm not confident, I don't believe. Do you know how you develop belief or confidence in yourself? By keeping the words you say to yourself to be true. You probably don't believe in yourself because you told yourself you were going to do the daily list today, and you are watching freaking Coco Melon. I don't know what you watch. It's the first thing that came in my head. I got little kids. I don't know what else do you watch these days. And you're taking a quiz on what kind of potato you are on Facebook, and you're like, well, I don't know what happened today. No, you will believe in yourself when you keep your word to yourself. Straight up. Okay. Now, how does that lead to action? Okay. I'm just gonna say, I'm not scared to tell people how hard I work. I work my ass off. Okay. I work my ass off, and I'm willing, drop a 4 in the chat if you can relate to this. I am willing to work I'm willing to work in a way to give myself a life that most people cannot have. Like, I'm willing to work harder than most people are willing to work. I'm willing to be disciplined more than most people are willing to be disciplined, so I can have things that most people aren't willing to have. Does anybody like feel that? If you just thought like, man, if I knew what to do, I would be willing to do that. Okay, most people that tell you you can't aren't willing to do the work. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you told me you were going to quit today and go sell Scentsy freaking laundry soap or whatever it is, I'm going to tell you that you can go be successful. If you took action at anything you did, you could be successful. If I wanted to go open a restaurant and I took the action to do it, I know I could be successful. Some of us are lacking in the belief because we are not taking the action to make it happen, right? We have to be willing to take action. We have to be willing. Now, how do I talk about like, what does action mean to me? Okay, to me, action means doing the things consistently every single day to build your business that will get results. It really comes down to content and conversations, right? Like, I'm not going to get into that right now. We know what to do. We all have the team page for it. Like, we all know what to do. And if you don't, keep showing up, you'll learn. But the action needs to be there for you to develop the belief. And if those two things are not there, those results will not be there. They just won't, right? Like, I do not want to waste your time or my time. If you do not have the belief and you do not take the action, you're not going to get the results. Now, I get that it's hard to do it sometimes. I get it. Like 100%, I get it. And the only thing that really gets me going when I'm down and out, and I want to remind you that it's easy to grow on the mountaintop. How many of us see the people that are super loud on the mountaintop? It's so easy. Look at me go. I'm the best. It's not about the mountaintop, bro. It's about what do you do in the valley. Have you guys ever heard that saying that diamonds are built under pressure? It's about what you do in the valley, okay? I will tell you right now, I have been peaks and valleys in my business, and it's easy to be like, oh yeah, I'm so great on the mountaintop. I get prideful when I'm in my valley. I get prideful when my back is up against the wall and I know that I push through regardless of anything else happening in my environment, regardless of the thermostat of my life. That is where a champion is made. Okay. Now I have a couple notes here that I just want to go through with you guys. Jade, am I good to go for a couple more minutes? Okay. If you want to stop making excuses and you want to continue to go, you have to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility. I see so many people that just aren't even willing to take responsibility. Oh, it's the company. No, bro, it's not the company. Nope. Oh, it's my team. No. Oh, it's my upline. No. Successful people take responsibility. I take full responsibility for my success and my failure. Now, it's easy to take responsibility for your success. Who's ever like gone on a run and then lost it? I have. Like I've had highs and lows in everything in my life, right? You need to take responsibility in the valley, and not in a way that's like beating yourself up, self-sabotaging you. You suck. No, make that voice your friend. How can I be better? How can I get better? How can I be better within my mindset, my actions that will then result in my results? Okay, take responsibility. When you have the mindset, I'll never forget building to diamond. I think one of my first distributors ever is on here. I don't know if Laurel's on here, but Laurel, if you're here, what's up? Okay, so me and Laurel, she was one of my first distributors. And I remember we had each other, we were like charted both for diamond in our first like 3 months, okay? And she's here, that's so awesome. And I remember like everybody quit. And this is a perfect example of like, you want to blame. I'm not going to go diamond because everybody on my chart's working. When you take responsibility for what you're doing, you show up as a different person. And I remember Laurel and I being like, well, screw this. We are going diamond. We are waiting for nobody. And when you take responsibility, you start to show up as a different person. You show up differently. And you know what happens when you show up differently? You know what happens when you act differently? Not only does your belief change, but your results change. Okay? Another thing you have to do is you have to shift your perspective. If you're failing right now, if you're not where you want to be, if you're not getting the results that you want, how are you talking to yourself? I remember listening to a podcast or something from Pam Souter. And she says, I think most of us probably know Pam, right? Like, she's probably arguably one of the most like positive, amazing people ever, right? And I remember listening to her and she said, when I started in network marketing, I had a mentor, and she's like, and I went to him and I was told by this mentor that I was one of the most negative people he'd ever coached. And he told her to get a journal and for the next 48 hours to write every single dominant thought that she says to herself on a piece of paper. And I did that one day, you guys. And I got my stuff, right? Like, I would consider myself a pretty like positive person, but definitely like, I'll be the first one to tell you, like, whatever, right? We all have it. I remember doing that and I was sickened. by the shit I was saying to myself. Like, absolutely disgusted. And so what is your perspective when you fail? What is your perspective when you're not where you want to be? What is your perspective of yourself when you're like not at the finish line of your goal? Are you beating yourself up? Okay, because if you are, like, seriously, you have to stop it. Like, you just can't do that. You have to be able to have the perspective that you are on a journey, and everything that you're doing right now is moving towards you becoming the person that you need to be to reach the goals that you need. Okay, you need to uncover your limiting beliefs. Like, dissect this a little bit. Like, childhood trauma is like a real thing. Okay, I don't know if anybody noticed. I feel like I had a really good friend of mine, Krista. She's like, once you turn 30, man, this childhood trauma is gonna come right out of you. And I'm like, dude, it was like my 30th birthday in one day. You know, and you realize that sometimes the way that we like act or think stems from literal things that came to us from as we're children, right? Like we act and think a certain way because maybe it was projected onto us. Okay, or maybe like that's just what we believe to be true. Okay, limiting beliefs are just that. They're just limiting beliefs. Like, you truly need to understand that we are so abundant. Like, you actually can have whatever you set your mind to. And I would hate for some of you guys to get to the end of your life and think, man, I should have played bigger. Like that, it makes me so emotional. Like, time is so precious. What are you doing with the time that you have? And like I said, screw the business for a sec. This is more about your mindset, right? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you accepting? Because your limiting beliefs aren't true. Everything that you think, every situation that you're in is just a sum of your previous decisions. It's not you. So it's not going to serve you staying there. It's not going to serve you staying there. And so again, this is where you come to that fork in the road between the rock and the hard place where you have to choose. I either stay here or I don't. And another quote that sticks with me is, man, you think the cost of making this decision to like be better, and it's going to hurt and it's going to be painful and it's going to be uncomfortable, is expensive. Wait till you get the bill for doing nothing. Okay, you should Google what people's like regrets are laying on their deathbed. That will make you emotional. What are the people's regrets that they have on their deathbed? I wish I lived true to me. I wish I lived bigger. Like, none of this shit's gonna matter. Okay, none of this stuff is gonna matter at the end of it. Like, tomorrow isn't promised. Like, I'm going through like this weird like I'm just really becoming true. Like, I do not give a shit what people think about me. I do not care how many times I fail. I do not care if I look like an idiot. Because at the end of my life, I don't want to look back and say, man, I wish I did that. The only thing that you cannot get more of, take back, speed up, slow down, is your time. And every single day that you waste telling yourself that you're not good enough, right? Like, think about if someone came into your house and said this shit to your kids that you are saying to yourself. Nah, you probably can't do that. You suck, right? Oh, no, you don't deserve that. You're too this, you're too that. You're too young, you're too old. You have this background. Man, I would catch a charge if someone thought tonight. I would be in jail. If somebody came and projected the stuff that I said to myself to my kids, no. So why do you feel like you can do this to yourself? Okay. Now here's another one. This is for someone that is like, man, I know I have to do the things and I'm not doing them and I'm just justifying my lack of action. Okay. Stop overthinking everything. Okay, this is coming from a person that overthinks about how I'm overthinking about overthinking. I actually made a TikTok about that. Anybody else kind of like feel that? Okay, you just can't with this business. If you overthink everything that you do, you're never going to take action. Messy action is better than no action at all. Done is better than perfect. Okay, you can overthink everything. But again, you're just going to be stuck in this rut, and all you're going to do, I'm going to tell you right now, all you're going to do is you're going to self-sabotage yourself, and then you're going to feel like crap, and that's going to amplify why you feel like this, and then you're going to self-sabotage yourself even more, and then you're just going to be in this place where you're like, man, I feel worse than I did in the first place. Okay? Another thing that I want you guys to know is that, okay, I've said it a million times, Nothing great comes from your comfort zone. Okay. This is another thing I remember from Jade. I can't remember a lot of things actually, but for some reason, I just remember these weird things that Jade has said over the years. Okay. And one of these things, and this is my last thing I'm going to say because I know I've been talking for a bit. The reason that you are where you are right now is because you've stayed within your comfort zone, more than likely, right? Now, when we as humans go to step out of our comfort zone, get disciplined with a daily list, get the TikTok up, have someone say no to us and then continue pushing, like whatever it is for you. When we push our comfort zone, we subconsciously as humans have this like alert that says, oh my gosh, you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're stepping into the unknown. Retreat. Our humans, our bodies are always trying to keep us safe and happy, not successful. Okay. Our subconscious mind is trying to keep us safe. So when we step out of that comfort zone, when we feel anxiety, when we feel that fear, that is not a bad feeling. It's a sign of growth. And so you can't come here wanting to grow and wanting more. And then the minute you feel that feeling of anxiety, which is real, right? Look at it as a bad thing. You do not get to become the next version of you without feeling that sense of like, oh my God, I'm growing. Oh my God, this is anxiety. And I will promise you, you're not going to die from it. You may fall on your face. You may fail. You may have somebody tell you that you look dumb. Who cares? I give you permission to live your life, not for other people. If you live your life for the validation of all these other people around you, you know what's going to happen? Not only are you going to lose yourself, not only are you going to go through these 8 years that we technically have to live our life when everything is said and done, not only are you wasting those 8 years, but also you're going to get so lost in who you even are because you're looking for outside validation from people that do not even care. That is a very tiring, I've been there, done that. I've got the t-shirt for that. You will be searching for validation that you will never get because you are not going to be for everyone. So you may as well be for yourself. Okay. The last thing I'm going to say before I actually shut up is I just want to leave it with this. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Do the things to intentionally get better. Read a book. Search it up. Hey, I suck at being disciplined. How do I get disciplined? Read it, apply it, do it. Don't buy the book and then never open it. Don't waste your time, man. Like, do the things. Life is short. Have a little pep in your step. Get some urgency. Because what you do or do not do has a ripple effect. And like I said, I am not willing to go through my life getting to the end of it, not just for financial, but I think about, man, what are the lessons I'm teaching those around me? I think my kids, like, what am I showing my kids if I just do another thing that I say I'm going to do that I don't do it? Right? Like, show them. Actions speak louder than honestly, like, this is the talk I have myself. Do better, do more. And I'm not scared to tell you that mindset is what has given us the life that we have. Follow through, right? You want motivation? Get visual about where you're trying to go. It's not coming to you. Nobody's coming to save you. And I want to just leave you with, I promise you, you can do this. I understand how it feels to maybe be where some of you are, and I'm not done. I'm probably going to be there again. But at the end of the day, if you just grit your teeth, dig your heels in the ground, and just know that you are the storm, like, you truly can do this, maybe it just empowers you to, like, keep one more, keep it going. So back to you, Jade.
It's really funny too, because I was just looking down here at my trophies, and at the bottom, I made this mirror for my first retreat that I did. And I made this mirror for everybody who came. And it says on there, the devil whispers, you cannot withstand the storm. And at the bottom, it says, I am the storm. So that's funny that you said that. I was just actually looking at that. I want you guys to just take a second really quick. And I want everybody just 5 seconds. I want you guys just look at the screen. And I want you, if you're on your phone, you might have to slide it. But what I want you guys to do is I want you to look at the person that's next to you on the screen. And I want you guys to just take a moment, and I want you to look at them, and I want you to say, I'm proud of you. Just go do that. Say it. Amber, I'm proud of you. Sarah, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Kayla. Yolanda, I'm proud of you. Alicia, Carol, Anne, who's sitting in her car. It might be Annie. I might be said that wrong. Amanda, Ashlyn, Sophie, I'm proud of you. Shara, just say it. Just say it. I'm proud of you. Just say it out loud to them. Say it out loud to them. Erica, say it to someone. Just say, I'm proud of you. Just take a second. Becky, proud of you. Janine, I'm so proud of you. Kim, I'm proud of you. Amy, I'm proud of you. Okay. That's so good. First of all, I want you guys to know that your energy is so powerful. Okay. And that the person you're saying this to, that's literally changing the cells of their body. But now I want you to do one even better. I want you to look at your own picture and I want you to tell yourself that you're proud of you. Because there's a version of you once upon a time that would have never even started this business. You would have never even tried. You would have never danced on TikTok. You would have never made a post. You would have never asked someone if they would be interested. You would have never, right? You wouldn't. You're like, it blows my mind that I even did this. There is absolutely no one in this world to impress but yourself. And you're already proud of yourself. So what are you waiting for? It's not your husband. It's not your friends. It's not the people that you know. I want to ask you guys what you would do right now if you knew, you just knew it was just a thing that was going to happen. You got a letter in the mail from Meredith and she said, hey, you're going to go diamond December 31st. It's a done deal. It's already happening, or double diamond, or whatever it is, that one rank that's like would be life-changing. A diamond makes about $2,000 a month. For me, that was replacing my full-time income without the cost of having to go to work. So I literally would have been plus $2,000. It was just insane. What if you knew without a doubt that that's what you are going to be? Do you know what would happen inside your brain? If you already knew this was a done deal, you opened up a letter and you saw that, two things would happen. This insane peace would just come over your body because you would know, and you would get to work, but you would no longer work from a place of fear. You would work from a place of power, knowing that it's already yours. That is what you have to do with everything that you do with your business. When you get that thought in your brain to make that post, do it. When you get that thought in your brain to go dance on TikTok, you're like, I don't even know how to work it. Just do it. Because that little voice in your head is literally guiding you and telling you what to do every single day. There's a version of you out there in the future that's already done the things that you want to do. And you don't have any time but now. The past literally does not matter. I know a woman who was in this business for 8 months and did absolutely nothing. Just because she was like, she signed up, she was like, I don't know. Like I was kind of older and I was like quiet and I just was never one to put myself out there. And there was just something that came over her. She went on a call and I don't even know what it was that clicked. But she listened to this call and she woke up the next day and was just like, I'm going to be all in, because if there's someone else out there that is just like me, having more and doing more with their life than I'm able to have, then like, why the hell am I not having that? You guys, she went ambassador diamond in 11 months. She was already in this business for 8 months and did nothing. There was nothing. And in 11 months from that day, went ambassador. That's $30,000 a month. That is a lot of money, because there was just a moment where she just was like, it's absolutely not okay anymore for me to live the life that I'm living, even though I'm so grateful. Anybody has the power to do that. Anybody does. It's not like you don't get like a letter from Hogwarts in the mail, like through your chimney or whatever. That's not how it works. It's a self decision. It's a self-empowering decision to just change everything. And you get to do that at any point. There's no rules. There's no rules on how to do it. None of it. And it will feel risky because just like Jacquie was saying, and like I said before, when you put yourself out there, it feels really risky. What might people think? What are they going to do? What happens? What if I look stupid? The fear of looking stupid is keeping way too many people from changing their lives. Like, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too this, I'm too much, I'm too little. That's the choice that you guys really need to think about tonight. Because there will be somebody who will remember getting on this, and two moms who are really, really tired came on and just said one thing that completely just lit your soul on fire. And by December 31st, your whole life changed just because you said, and you literally said to yourself, I thought this would take me 5 years to do this. And I did it in like 6 months because I decided. Anybody can do it. We love you guys so much. We are so proud of you. Our hope for you is that you cheer yourself on, that you be dedicated to your business and the reason why you're doing this, and not let any circumstances that you currently have hold you back whatsoever from anything, because it is, if you think it in your brain, it is already meant to be yours. There's a version of you in the future that is telling you, you already have this. So just get after it. The sooner you do that, the quicker you're going to have this thing that's already yours. Okay. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing night, and we'll see you guys later.